Welcome to World History. Today we will travel through time to uncover one of the most fascinating stories in the world, the history of Spain, from its origins to its independence. Get ready to learn about the civilizations that shaped this country, from the Celts and Romans to the Christian kingdoms, the conquests, and everything that led to the great fight for independence. If you're as passionate about history as we are, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your questions or thoughts. We love hearing what you think. Let's embark on this incredible journey through the past together. Spain, a country with an extensive history and enormous cultural wealth, built a powerful empire that expanded its influence beyond Europe. Undoubtedly, Spain has been one of the most influential countries in the Western world. Located in southwestern Europe, Spain occupies most of the Iberian Peninsula. It borders Portugal and the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Cantabrian Sea, and countries like France and Andorra to the north, and the Mediterranean Sea to the east and south. Due to its geographic location, Spain has acted as a bridge between Europe and Africa. At the Atapuerca archaeological site in Spain, evidence was found of a human species that existed before Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, known as Homo antecessor. This species inhabited the Iberian Peninsula approximately 750,000 years ago. Later, around 70,000 BC, Neanderthals arrived in the peninsula. They used fire, stone tools, and practiced hunting. By 40,000 BC, Homo sapiens replaced Neanderthals and were responsible for creating the cave paintings found in the famous Altamira caves. Around 3000 BC, the hunter-gatherer societies of the Iberian Peninsula transitioned into agricultural communities. Later, around 1000 BC, the Celts arrived in the peninsula, spreading their language and culture. Centuries later, the Greeks also reached the peninsula, calling the inhabitants Iberians. Other civilizations, such as the Phoenicians and Carthaginians, also expanded their influence over the Iberian Peninsula. In the 3rd century BC, the Romans arrived in the Iberian Peninsula. After a long struggle, they managed to conquer it and turned it into the Roman province of Hispania. Roman language, customs, and religion spread across the peninsula, leading to significant economic and population growth. 3 Spaniards even became Roman emperors: Trajan, Hadrian, and Theodosius. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Hispania was taken over by the Visigoths, a Germanic people. The majority of the population remained Hispanic, but the ruling military class was Germanic, allowing them to dominate the kingdom. The Visigoths maintained the Roman governmental structure, but only Germans could hold positions of power. The Visigoths practiced Arianism, a religion considered heretical by the Roman Catholic Church, which led to their conversion to Catholicism at the end of the 6th century. However, the Visigothic kingdom was weakened by constant internal conflicts between noble families, which made it vulnerable to the Muslim invasion in the early 8th century. The Muslims conquered most of the Iberian Peninsula, naming it Al-Andalus. Initially, Al-Andalus was part of the Caliphate of Damascus, but internal Muslim disputes allowed Abd al-Rahman Famfir from the Umayyad dynasty to declare himself emir and make Al-Andalus an independent emirate, known as the Emirate of Cordoba. Later, Abd al-Rahman III declared himself caliph, establishing the Caliphate of Cordoba, which marked the golden age of Muslim Spain. In the 11th century, internal divisions weakened Muslim rule, while in northern Spain, Christian kingdoms supported by French nobles launched the Reconquista. One of the most notable military leaders of this period was Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, also known as El Cid, who worked for both Christian and Muslim leaders. Although he conquered Valencia, after his death, the city was retaken by Muslims. The Reconquista was a long process. But by the 13th century, Castilla and Aragon had become the most powerful Spanish kingdoms. The crucial battle for the Reconquista took place at Las Navas de Tolosa in 1212, where Alfonso VIII of Castilla gathered a powerful army and defeated the Muslim forces. After this victory, Muslim rule was reduced to the Kingdom of Granada. By the 15th century, Spain was divided into several kingdoms: Castilla, Aragon, Navarra, and the Muslim Kingdom of Granada. The marriage of Isabella of Castilla and Ferdinand of Aragon in 1469 united the two most powerful kingdoms under a dynastic union, though each retained its own laws and institutions. Isabella and Ferdinand, known as the Catholic Monarchs, strengthened the monarchy, organized their military forces, and requested the Pope introduce the Inquisition in Spain to establish Catholicism as the sole religion. Finally, in 1492, the Catholic monarchs conquered the Nasrid Kingdom of Granada, the last Muslim stronghold in the Iberian Peninsula. During the 16th century, Charles I became King of Spain and later was crowned emperor as Charles V. Under his rule, Spain played a crucial role in European politics and led the fight against the Protestant Reformation. His son, Philip II, continued the defense of Catholicism but faced economic difficulties, including the defeat of the Spanish Armada and rising inflation due to the influx of precious metals from the New World. By the end of Philip II's reign, Spain began to decline. Although it remained a vast empire in the 17th century. And that concludes our journey through the fascinating history of Spain. I hope you enjoyed uncovering each chapter of this incredible story as much as we did sharing it with you. Remember, if you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to World History so you don't miss our upcoming adventures through the past. And of course, leave your comments below. We love hearing your thoughts and suggestions for future videos. Thank you for joining us on this exciting historical journey. We'll see you in the next video, where we will explore more amazing stories from around the world. Until next time.